Hello and welcome to another pick a card reading. So this reading is all about what you need to hear. So what messages do you need to hear? We have group number 1, 2 and 3, and I just want you to look at the cards and see what's calling out to you. Remember that these videos again are generalized, so take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't, as that's going to resonate with someone else. And if you need your own personal reading done, my website is in the description box below. Just get in touch with me and I'll be happy to work with you. And remember also to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, as that really helps me out and I appreciate that. So have you made your selection? Let's get started. Hello, group number 1. So this is the selection of cards that you have, and we are looking at what you need to know. So as usual, we're going to start off with some tarot cards. We're going to look at some oracle cards, and then we're going to look at some runes to see what they have to say. So we've got quite a few cards there that we need to go through. So like I always have to remind everyone that these videos are generalized, and to take what resonates with you, I have to go broad. I have to paint as much of a big picture as possible. So take what's for you and leave what doesn't resonate with you, because someone else is going to find that that resonates. So the messages that you need to hear, we're seeing that you're kicking off this reading as the Page of Cups. We're seeing that there's going to be some interesting, intriguing information that is going to be coming out to you. It's almost going to seem like it's going to come out from nowhere. But this information is going to be it could bring up emotions. It could be that emotional healing that you need. Suddenly, what used to trigger you, what used to upset you, maybe experiences from your childhood, they're not going to trigger and upset you anymore. So this card is inviting you to sit with any old emotions, any old feelings that you don't need to be carrying with you through life. Sit with them, feel the pain, thank them, release them. So just like this fish, our page is going to release him back into the water, so that that emotion, that feeling can go. You don't need to be holding on to this cup of pain that you've been carrying for so long. So this card wants you to know that anything that you don't need to carry, put it down, leave it. There's so many other opportunities, so many other options out there that you could be picking up and carrying. But because you are stuck on this story, perhaps of your childhood, of that relationship that hurt you, you know the story that you're stuck on. Let it go, release it, because there's so much more, greater, bigger experiences and emotions that are here for you, for your betterment. But at the moment, because you are stuck on this one thing, you're missing out so many opportunities. And now that you're hearing this, we're seeing that the next card is a major arcana card. And this card is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is that card of seeking a guru. This is like that teacher. This is like that person who helps you. That person who is very knowledgeable. So maybe you're finding out some information here, and then you're going to get help to solve any traumas that you've carried through life, any darknesses. This teacher is going to help mutate that darkness into light, and then you're going to start seeing how these experiences helped shape the incredible person that you are today. You are that wounded warrior But without having gone through those painful experiences, you will not be that skillful, knowledgeable warrior that you are today. You will not be able to navigate through life as well as you do. So now you understand that these painful situations, lessons were there to teach you something, and you learned something. So now you're learning how to mutate that dark feelings that you have attached to those experiences into something greater. So we're seeing here that inside this pyramid, there's steps. So we're seeing you entering this new experience of letting go, releasing, healing, and you're going to be walking and getting better and better. And then perhaps once you've released, let go of these experiences that you experience, maybe now you are going to be the teacher to other people. You are going to be saying, hey, these are the resources that I used to help me heal, to help me understand that these experiences were actually there to teach me. They were necessary, even though they were painful and I didn't always understand them. Looking back now, I'm actually thankful for these experiences. So now you're using your pain, you're using these dark experiences that you went through into something that maybe you're going to start charging other people. Maybe you start a YouTube channel, teaching people, sharing your knowledge, sharing the information that you learned along the way on your healing journey, sharing your skills, and now you are using this to not only help other people heal, but to actually make it the thing that brings in the money. Because we see that our girl here is called Pentacles. Pentacles are about money. They're about like job, our health, our wealth, the things that really matter in this world, tangible things. They are represented by Pentacles. So we're seeing you, having you put your problems in the past. That skeleton that used to be in the closet is now out. You're not ashamed of your experiences. You're not ashamed of that skeleton in the closet. You're now using that skeleton from the closet to be the thing that empowers you, to be the thing that fuels you, to be the thing that now makes you money, because you are helping other people. You are turning the skeleton in the closet into a skill, into your job, into something that's going to create a lot of abundance for you. And you really needed to hear this message, because going forward, you're going to understand and appreciate that the situations that you had were here so that you can help other people, you can mutate those experiences and inspire other people to walk through their own dark hours of the soul so that they can heal, and then maybe they can go and help other people in turn. So we now have a card with a message saying that my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Now, how absolutely perfect is that card? So now you're that alchemist. You're that person who knows that life can give you lemons, and it's always up to you to turn those lemons into lemonade. So now we're seeing that we have another oracle card that's talking about the mirror. And so the mirror card is coming in here saying that who or what is triggering you. So what emotions trigger you? Who triggers you? Is it your parents? Is it your ex? Is it? But the trick here is to understand that those people are triggering you because they are like a mirror to you. They are a mirror reflecting back what you need to learn, what you need to let go, what you need to detach yourself from, what you need to turn trauma into healing. Because once you understand that these people that are triggering you are there for a reason, they are like a shadow aspect of yourself, you are going to start not running away from those experiences or people. You are going to start sitting with that mirror. You are going to start sitting with those emotions, with that triggering feeling, sitting with it, asking it questions, saying, hey, what are you here to teach me? Because even like me, I went through a traumatic childhood. And now I look at it as perhaps one of my greatest teachers that I've ever had in my life. And I'm so thankful for that experience, even though it hurt a lot at the time, and it still does. But now I don't get triggered as much as I used to do, because I've sat with that pain and I've understood now that these lessons were here to make me into this incredible person that I am. I can relate to people on so many different levels. I can feel people's pain. I can help with their healing process. And I really do appreciate that time that was so painful. I'm glad it's over, but I do understand that it was the great teacher. So now we have the card of the great teacher. And I find this card interesting because we see that the great teacher is releasing this dove. So same as for you, as you are turning your traumas into healing, as you're turning those traumas into the resources that are going to make you a great teacher, a great counselor, a great fill in the blanks. This is going to give you that inner peace that has been so elusive for you. This is going to give you that peace and new beginnings that you need, because we're seeing we have the flower of life, which is that symbol of new beginnings, which is that sacred geometry. And sacred is something that's connected to the divine, God's language. And so the great teacher is saying, learn from spiritual experiences. So learn from spiritual experiences. Know that your pain, the painful lessons that you went through, all of that was a spiritual experience that you needed. So now we're seeing that we have quiet time. So as you're hearing these messages, I know you're getting intrigued. I certainly hope you're not getting triggered, because I know that you've been through many painful experiences, but I want you to know that these can be turned into your greatest gifts. So sit quietly, take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So this is the tip of the day. So next, this card is saying to you that your commitment is being tested. I know that there's something you want to achieve. There is greatness within you. You know that. All the suffering that you went through was to refine that greatness that is within you, and your commitment was being tested. And as you hear this message, like I said, you might be getting triggered, and this might be testing that commitment that you have to go through that healing process that you need to go through to become that great counselor, that great, you know what you need to be. So even though you might be getting triggered, stay on the path, because we need you. We need you to come and share your voice with the world, with the people that you need to share your voice with. They need you, because only you can share that healing message in a way that they will understand, and no one else can do it as well as you can do. So don't shy away from the path of healing, the path of alchemy. You're mutating pain into your greatest asset. You're mutating conflict into growth and fear into love. And this is what alchemy is all about. So become that alchemist. Take the time, spend the time refining your skills. Because the day, as the rune says, the day is going to come. The day is not far from now that you are not going to feel any pain anymore from the emotions that you went through, from your experiences, from your past. So this rune, the day, talks about spiritual enlightenment. It's daylight, right? It's a breakthrough. This card talks about achievement. It's awakening. I hope this reading is awakening something within you. It's awakening that inspiration, that desire to be something great. You did not go through all those painful experiences for no reason. You were being trained. You were being refined. And so don't shy away. The day is now to step into your power. The day is now to start that healing process, to get on that journey of growth, of change, of development. The journey that's going to lead to your bright, prosperous future. And this is what you needed to hear. So group number 1, this is the reading that I had for you. If you need me to have a look at your own personal circumstances, my website is in the description box below. Get in touch. I'll be happy to work with you. And remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 2. So this is the reading that you chose. And so we want to know, what do you need to know? What messages do the cards want you to have? So we're looking at our tarot cards as usual. We always kick off with those, and then we're going to look at the oracle cards, and then we're going to look at the runes. All right, so this is certainly an interesting reading. I think this is the first time I've ever had the boys out all at the same time. The cards are usually a mix, or usually just women on their own, but this has got a lot of masculine energy. So there's certainly a lot of masculine energy here, and I'm all for it. I love it. So we're gonna kick off this reading with the first card. We have our angel here, and our angel card is talking all about being the temperance. It's talking about balancing your energies. At the moment, you might be feeling a little bit off center. You might be feeling like you don't really know what is happening with life, where you're going. And our temperance is saying that your guides, your angel guides, are here for you. And remember that, because sometimes you forget. Because as we're looking at this card, we can almost see that there is that figure of that angel there. And so what you need to know is that you're always protected. Yes, life can get difficult. It can get complicated, challenging. But always call on your guides, your angels, when things get too difficult. So this card is all about balancing your emotions. And sometimes I feel that you are feeling optimistic, vibrant, happy, but then something happens and it knocks you off center. You're feeling dark, depressed, gloomy. And so this card is coming in, the temperance, to say to you, find your center, know who you are, know what you stand for, and learn how to balance these energies. Learn how to balance your emotions. And your emotions are going to be very much in need of being in that balance, of being in that state of, no, I've watched the news, it seems gloomy out there, it seems like there's no hope, but inside your heart and your soul, you know that there's always hope, and that you're guided. And so this card is saying, whenever you start feeling like you're getting depressed, you're getting stressed out, call on your guides, call on the divine, on your angels to help you, center you, so that you might deal with the disappointing aspects of life and also the positive aspects of life. And together, you're always in that balanced state. You're not too far out this way, too far out that way, that you're like a pendulum and you never just centered. So instead, find your balance and learn to have that center within that range. Yes, you could be a little bit that way or a little bit that way, but it's avoiding those drastic swings all the time, because when you're drastically swinging from one way to the other, it's been really hard on your mental health. It's been really hard for you, because it takes time for you to pull yourself out from that depressed state back to being joyous and happy. And when you're trying too hard, you then go to the happy, vibrant place, but then quickly you're crashing back to being depressed. So do the things in your life that allows that ebb and flow of your emotions, of your life. Yes, there is bad. Yes, there is good, but it's you learning to be that alchemist, balancing your energies. And so next here, we're seeing you very stable. You are the King of Swords. You have balanced out your mental thoughts. You have balanced out that need to be swinging all the time. You now have control. And you have control because you've taken the time out to sit with your emotions, because we saw you with the Temperance sitting there, not doing anything. And we're still seeing you as the king. You're still not in action yet. You're still sitting, contemplating, taking life. In your mind, you're strategizing about what you want to do, where you want to go. And so you're finding your stable energy. You're finding that equilibrium, right? And being the King of Swords, you're very much in control, because the kings in the tarot are in control. They're stable. They know what they stand for. They know who they are. So we're seeing you here very sharp, logically speaking. You're very decisive about what you want, where you want to go. And you are able to sit with the struggles of life, but remaining stable, centered. So this is what you need to hear, is find your place, find your happy place that brings you back to your stable, balanced place, because you're trying to stop yourself swinging this far, that's far, that's far, that's far, because this is what is creating so much stress in your life. We're seeing that you're looking at your future, where you want to go, what you want to do. And once you find your happy place, once you find your stable place, you now have victory on your side. You now have energy, color, vibrancy, because you have taken the depressed energy and you have taken the happy energy, and now you're making them work together You're making them be the drive to where you want to go. You're like that alchemist, not being swung from one direction to the other. Because if you're the chariot and you move forward with the energy of not knowing how to balance yourself, you're soon going to be crushing. Your carriage of life is going to be crushing. But now you're seeing that you became that king of swords. You took the time to sit, to understand your emotions, to understand what makes you tick, to understand what it is exactly that makes you feel depressed. Is it that you are on Instagram looking at these people with amazing bodies, but you're realizing that, hang on a minute, these amazing bodies have been face-tuned, they've been tweaked. These people don't even look like that. They are just selling an image. And this image is what's making you feel depressed. Because in your mind, it doesn't resonate how this person can look so perfect. What are they doing? Maybe you're even following some of these people on YouTube and you're following what they're telling you to do. But it's not working. And it's not working for a reason. And the reason is that you need to find your lane. You need to find your rhythm, your music. And you need to follow that rhythm and music of your soul, of your life. Because you brought in your own essence. So stop following someone else's essence because it's not going to make sense. Step into your own power, and being the chariot, you're doing it. You are going to be doing this, and victory is on these cards because the chariot is all about that victory. It's all about that quickness, decisiveness. It's about progress, and this is swift progress. So now that you know who you are, you're going to be able to harness the power of your emotions and swiftly move towards the things that make you joyous, the things that are going to bring success and happiness into your life. And this is the secret to the message that you've been looking for. This is the delicious, magical secret that seems to be hidden from you. And now this is what you need to hear. This is what you came for. This is why you were directed to this video. And we're seeing that you're liberating yourself. You're releasing yourself into the journey to becoming victorious, to becoming vibrant, to becoming you. So the next card we have, the Medicine Woman card, is coming in to say that you are a channel for divine healing power. I love that. So know that you are divine yourself. Just as the divine speaks through me to speak to you, to give you these healing messages, you are also needed by other people to speak to them so that they may understand how they can also step into the divine power, to step into who they truly are, instead of trying to emanate someone else and failing and then feeling depressed and helpless. So this card here is coming in to say, I am unapologetic about what I desire. I trust that what I focus on will grow. So by focusing on yourself, focusing on your intentions, focusing on who you want to be, what you want in your life, what is your desire, focus on that. Stop focusing on the perfect lives that are portrayed on social media, where half the time, if not most of the times, it is just lies. It is not even truth. So understand that. As you journey into your victory, into your successful, abundant life, as you journey there, know that adjustments are always going to be needed along the way. Perhaps you learn that you love doing things a certain way, and then later on you learn, hang on a minute, there's a better way of doing things. So really the message of this card is saying, remain flexible. Okay, do not become rigid about anything. Life is fluid. Life is never stagnant. So same for you. Once you find your path that you want to go, go. But know that there'll be adjustments along the way. So don't get disappointed when these adjustments come. Just know that your guardian angels are always going to recalculate. So you always end up back on the path that you should end up. Your guardian angels, as we can see with the light and the orbs all around our guy here, is that magical divine inspiration that is always going to be leading you back on your path if you choose to be on your true path. This is where this joy is going to be. And I know you're going to say, how do I know what my true path is? And start searching, researching. But really, most of the times, I always find for my clients that really their true path was always that thing that they used to enjoy when they were a child. Maybe you were really good at reading when you were a child. And why not get on YouTube, start reading bedtime stories for kids? And before you know it, you could be blowing up and really enjoying that beautiful voice that you have, sharing that with the world. Perhaps you enjoyed dancing, and now you go and start dancing, and you're surprised at how good at it you are. And so whatever it is that you enjoyed as a child, that's usually clues to what your gifts are and what your purpose in life is. So the final card we have here is the rune, and this rune is talking about the need. And so this card is asking you to, again, look at your needs, look at your life, and see where you are off balance, because we can see that our card here, our symbol, is not centered. It's a bit off. So this card here is saying, take care of your needs, and your needs will always tell you that you're a bit off by the way you feel. You won't feel as happy. You will just feel a bit, there'll just be that sort of like message that something is wrong. And then that is that recalculation to get you back to center. So whenever you're going a little bit off and uncentered, always call on your divine guides, on your angels, to help you get back to center so your needs are always met. So this is the reading that I have for you, group number 2. I hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. And also, if you need me to have a look at your own personal circumstances, my website is in the description box below. Get in touch and I'll be happy to work with you. And on that note, I'm gonna love you and say goodbye. Bye. All right, group number 3. What do you need to hear? Well, these are the cards that you selected. We're gonna pop your white flower to one side, and then we're gonna look at the tarot cards that you have here. So we're gonna start off as usual with the tarot cards, and then we're gonna look at the oracle cards afterwards. And let's just pop those opened there so we can get those energies flowing to give you the messages that you need to hear. So we're seeing you kicking off the reading here as the 5 of Cups. So it seems to me that there's a situation here, or you're experiencing a situation where you're feeling lost, where you're feeling disappointed. Maybe someone has shortchanged you. Maybe you've lost your job. Maybe you've lost something. Because we can see our girl here, she's sitting there with her hands, with her head in her hands. There's 3 cups that have spelled, and she's crying over these 3 cups that have spelled. But the card wants you to know, listen, it wants you to know that there are 2 cups behind you. Okay, so don't waste your time crying over this situation that you can't do anything about. This could be a relationship, a job, maybe you've lost something here, and there's really nothing you can do about it. You can sit here and cry for as long as you like, but nothing's going to change. So take your power back, empower yourself, get up, say, okay, I have lost something here, something that was dear to my heart. It hurt me, but at least I've got 2 cups there that I can start working with. I've still got something. So what you need to know is every morning when you wake up, every single morning for a week, get up and say to yourself, I am going to write 5 things that I'm grateful for each day. Why do you need to do this? Because this is going to train your mental muscles. This is going to train your brain to start seeing opportunities that you're currently missing because your focus is on what you've lost. So you're inviting your brain to start looking at possibilities, opportunities, chances that are right there for you, right behind your back. If only you would turn around and notice. And then by practicing gratitude every day for the little things that you have, in less than a week, you are going to start noticing the big things that you've been missing all along. Like, how did I miss that? How? I was focusing on this situation, and all along I had options, opportunities right there for me. So don't let time slip away. Don't let, we can see there's cherry blossoms there. Don't let these opportunities blow away. Get up, seize the moment. This is what you need to know. Seize the moment because there are incredible, amazing opportunities right behind you. And so, as you are writing 5 things that you're grateful for every morning, when you wake up, before you do anything else, you are also going to write or command, put a command out to your brain. Every night when you go to sleep, ask your brain, please, I want you to find opportunities that I'm missing. I want you to find luck, because we have a rune here that indicates luck. This rune here is about peace. This one is about water. And this symbol was the symbol of, what is it called? What do you call those things? The dowsing tools. You know, when you're dowsing for water and you use those tools and suddenly they'll start moving and tell you water is there. I mean, how does that even work, right? So this is what you need to know. There are powers out there. There is the divine, there is magical powers out there that are going to be unlocked by you putting out an intention out into the universe before you go to sleep at night, saying to yourself, hey, mind, subconscious mind, conscious mind, as I sleep, as I'm peacefully sleeping, I want you to go out and find all the opportunities, possibilities that are right within my grasp. And as I wake up, I want you to remember them, and I'm going to write them down. I'm going to do this for a week. This is the job that you have, subconscious mind, conscious mind, my mind. Go out, find these opportunities, and then you're going to start seeing how luck is going to be on your side, because we have the high priestess, and the high priestess is all about that intuition, hidden knowledge, enlightenment, wisdom, mystical. It's all about the card that rules premonitions and dreams. So it's interesting that this card is here. So this card is here to tell you that please do as I just told you, because this is what you needed to know. And without having watched this video, you would not have done this exercise, and you would have missed so much luck and so much potential that is right there behind you. And it's interesting to see that the High Priestess, I hope the camera can pick up what I want to show you. Hopefully it can. So as you focus on this card, the High Priestess has her eyes closed. We see that in this card, you have your eyes closed. But when you look at this card carefully, just focus on this card, you're actually seeing that there are eyes right there. And so what this is saying, that even though you might be dreaming, even though you might be sleeping, the eye of your mind is always awake. It's always working for you. So give it something to do as you're sleeping. This card is also indicating that your eyes are closed and you're missing so many great opportunities. Open your eyes and see. Do not keep your eyes closed. The High Priestess is here for you, helping you. So unleash the power of the High Priestess to improve your situation, group number 3. So now we're seeing you as the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is that card that talks about a new path. So we're seeing you here on a new path. You have put your fears aside of having lost something that was close and dear to you. You've put that aside. Your eyes are opened. Your arms are opened. You're ready to receive. You're ready to connect with the subconscious mind when you're sleeping, because we have the moon right there indicating night. So as you're sleeping, you are receiving important information, intuitive information that is going to put you on a new path. So I'm really, really excited for you, group number 3. The page energy is all about excitement. So soon we're going to see you excited. We're going to see you on this new path that you're going on. The page also can indicate traveling. So you could be going somewhere. Maybe you're going on holiday, but it's a journey that you're going to be going on. And this travel is usually by air. So you could be flying off somewhere. So if you're flying off somewhere here in the summer, make sure that you're taking that time to enjoy, to rejuvenate, and to connect with your divine guides, with your subconscious mind, with your intuition. So this card, we have the Maiden Butterfly, and it's talking about transformation. And even though you're feeling that you've lost something really important to you, the Maiden Butterfly wants you to talk about, or wants to tell you that this is a phase of transformation. Like the butterflies, you're in a cocoon at the moment, and this is just a phase you're going through because you're transforming into something incredible. So this card is saying you are experiencing enormous change right now, which will bring great blessings. So yes, this loss that you've experienced is painful currently, but know that it was necessary, because without this change being forced on you, you are not going to move. You're going to be carrying on doing the same thing day after day, day after day, and missing incredible opportunities to grow, to transform, to turn into that butterfly. So these things had to be taken away from you to force you to change. Just as the tree behind you is like autumn time. Sorry about that. Autumn town. I don't know what's that all about. So it's like, like sometimes when you're channeling messages, your tongue gets tongue twisted because you're listening to messages and trying to talk at the same time. So your mouth is like 2 steps ahead of your brain. So sometimes it's like a tongue twister because you're working here on this physical realm as well as the spiritual realm. And sometimes it's just funny, the words that come out, because they don't even make sense. Anyway, I digress. So like I was saying, we can see that the tree behind us is going through that autumn phase. It's going through that phase of losing its flowers, phase of losing its leaves. It feels naked. But this phase is normal. Us as humans, we get attached to that summertime when we're feeling good, life is going great, and then wintertime comes, and then we're like, no, but we like summer. So hence, your life now seemed like everything was perfect, everything, you'd worked hard to create this incredible life that you have. But you need to know that now is the time of autumn. You're entering autumn time. This is just a change of season. It doesn't last forever. It's just a moment in time. So don't waste too much time crying of what was, crying over spilt milk, because you have so much more. This is just a time of transformation. So don't waste your time feeling sorry for yourself, crying over this situation, because something greater is coming. You are transforming into that incredible, beautiful butterfly. So just take this time out to heal. The next card here we have is the Fire Guardian. And the Fire Guardian talks about ignite your passions. So now that you've gone through these losses, that life has changed. Life has changed for many people. It's not just you. So now this is giving you a chance to reinvent yourself, a chance for a new beginning, a new start, a chance to get on a new path. And as you're getting on this new path, remember your passions. Remember to incorporate the gifts and the passions that you were given. So this is where your success is going to be, by incorporating your passions, because this is going to ignite that fire within you to win, to succeed, to be incredible, to create abundance for you, your loved ones, and your life. So the last card that we have is a card that's coming in to say that my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So I get it. I totally understand. I have been here too. Trust me, I have been here too. I know the pain. I sympathize. But where I am now, even though I was somewhere great already, but where I am now today, I wouldn't trade it for what was. The journey was, yes, painful, but I learned not to be attached to my previous success. I learned to open my hand and let go, and understand that right now in the world, not just your world, not just my world, the world platform is going through enormous changes. So now it was time for me to pivot and change and really release and let go of the life that I had before. Before, I had a business, designing clothes, making clothes, selling clothes, and I loved it. It was a way that allowed me to have a creative expression, right? I loved seeing designs in my mind and then creating them and then seeing other people wearing them. It was just magical. It was beautiful. But at the beginning of the year, I just knew, I don't know why or how, I do know because my guides told me. But I just had to close that business. I had to dispose of clothes that were brand new. It hurt me. It was like this situation because I had to move and immigrate to a new country, and I wasn't going to take so much stock. We had ridiculous amounts of stock, and I was going to take all of it. And the divine, my guardian angels were like, look, do not be attached to this. There's something greater for you. Just trust. Let go of this stuff. And I let go. I learned to detach. I didn't let the situation be too painful for me. We immigrated to where we are now. From the UK, we came where we are now, and this has been the best thing that I've ever done. I am free to work on my tarot cards. I am free to do the things that really light my soul up. I feel joyful making these YouTube videos for you guys. I feel like I'm making a real difference. So I had to understand that as we're going forward to the new era of Aquarius, my last business was not really going to do as well, because life is changing, and I had gifts that I never really thought I could turn into a business, right? Tarot reading. If you had told me this time last year that I'll be doing this full time for a living and getting paid for it, I would have laughed. But here we are. So the reason I'm telling you that story is I understand if you're going through a similar situation, let it go. Look at the talents, the gifts that you were given. You have gifts that you don't even think are really worth anything. But start incorporating these gifts into your life, into your passion going forward, and you are going to be really surprised at what you can do. And this is where this card is coming in, reminding you that your happiness is a direct reflection of your level of faith that you have in the universe. And you being here listening to tarot cards is showing that you do have faith in the universe. And you need to know and understand that you need to start incorporating that faith into your daily life, into your everyday life. And so I am wishing you healing. I am wishing you to really take on board the messages that I got for you, to write down your dreams and see where you're going to end up, because you have something incredible on the cards for you. So group number 3, this is the reading I had for you. I'm going to love you and leave you. Goodbye from me. And if you need me to have a look at your own personal circumstances, my website is in the description box below. Get in touch, and I love to work with you, and good luck. Bye.